Hello everyone, thank you for coming back to my channel. I don't know why I'm making so many videos lately, but I feel like doing it, so I do it. Yes, I want to cover the SpaceX XAI Tesla merger. I just want to give my take about on this one. First of all, there's no proposal from Tesla regarding a SpaceX Tesla merger. So it's a speculation, it's a rumor, but there's no concrete proposal. So I really don't think that um, I have to pay too close attention to it because there's no proposal, there's no details, how the merger will work, how the numbers will merge, how the valuation between both company come into play. So I don't really feel like we need to pay too close attention to it until we have the data. But if I have to speculate how it will play out, my my expectation will be in the near term there will be no merger. Most likely, SpaceX and XAI will go in public IPO using the X ticker. Take up the X ticker right now because it's available. I think from today somebody mentioned it's being taken already as of today. So most likely, SpaceX XAI using it for IPO. I think merging between a private company this big with a public company this big is going to be a lot of scrutiny from the government and regulation point of view. So I don't see that happening in the next 2 or 3 months time frame. If it comes, it may come later after there's a clear synergy between SpaceX and Tesla building something together. There's going to be a more integration needed for them for both companies to merge together. It may happen eventually, but I just don't see it happen in the near term. It's going to be a lot of merger acquisition headache in the near term, but it is what it is. People can continue to speculate, but I just don't think it will happen in the near term. Down the road, yes, maybe. How do I think about merger? Is it good for me? Good for us as an investor? I think in the short term it will be very volatile if it happens, but in the long term it probably is a good thing because we not only can maximize Optimus robot, we can also have a long term uh, objective right into building things in the orbit, in out of space, in Mars. Uh, the industry is going to be so big. The space industry is huge. Mining, AI data center, exploration, and even engineering development in Mars. Those are very ambitious projects, but those are not projects in the near term. Those are projects you talk about 10 years later or 15 years later down the road. So we may not be able to realize those potential if you think about retire or maximizing those return on your investment within 5 to 10 years. You have to play the long game if you go into that level of long-term horizon. So that's my point of view. It's fine. I mean, we invest in this company because it's doing good thing for society, for our portfolio, and also for humanity. So I think it's fine. But you just have to know that uh, if it's bigger than just Tesla, Optimus Robot AI, um, robotaxi, and energy storage, it's going to be a longer game, right? It's not going to be something that you can potentially recoup all the full potential within 10 years. It can even be longer. That's just how I see it. Yeah. So until the proposal come, I don't. I just wait and see. Right. I don't have to make a decision at this moment without seeing all the details and documents. I'm sure there'll be a ton of video talking about it, so it's not even a surprise. It will happen. We'll be seeing lots of video. So that's about the merger. Yes, so I'm pretty in line with Warren Relic about this one. Wait until what happened, then make a decision. All right, there's some questions about for me, so I just want to answer non-related to merger. Okay, let's see. A couple of quick thoughts. I think you would have a lot of interesting to say about alcohol. Would love to hear your take on it. Okay. So I'm if you follow me on X, you know that I'm very much against alcohol, drinking alcohol, because to me it's a poison for your body. In the past, several of my family members drink alcohol, and some of them have liver issue, some of them because of their diabetic, and when you have alcohol in your body, it's harder to heal. And from talking to the doctor, they highly recommend the best situation is when you have no alcohol in your body. So I take that into heart since very young age. So I'm strongly against alcohol. Obviously, I'm not medical expert. I'm not in this area, but I just see a lot of people who drink and they have bad health issue, they have addiction, etc. So to me, the best thing is not to touch it. Yep. We'll be interested to hear which podcast to listen to and why. Okay, so I listen to a lot of podcasts, including uh, things about UFO, UAP, uh, paranormal, etc. So I listen to Area 52, Jesse Mitchell's, UAP GURB, obviously Joe Rogan, Sean Ryan, and a bunch of other channels. I probably should write it down and put it in a response right there. Yeah, so I'm heavily into finding out the truth, really, of our reality, basically. Say more about cover call and your strategy and how you think about it. I think I covered it before. To me, selling cover call is not about hitting home run, meaning making huge money for every single bet. My goal is to hit a lot of base hit rather than home run. So, for example, I'm aiming about 5,000 per week as income for selling cover call. 5,000 times four, which is about 20,000 per month. This is about 500 contract or so. So you can think of it like 10 cents per share, right? Yeah. So I set my strike price pretty high to the point where the chance of hitting is like less than 4 or 5%. Yeah, and I do it on a weekly basis. So I don't want to um, feel nervous or not able to sleep at night because my strike price is so close. It will have a 20-30% chance to hit. I don't like that. Um, Also, if and when there's special event like a product unveil or earning call or delivery number or big announcement, I just try to avoid those weeks. I don't want to risk losing my share. My point is I try to make less out of it than losing the upside because of forcing me to sell a share because I get, my contract get assigned. So, yes, so I try to play safe, make a few thousand here and there every week, up to 20,000 if I'm good and lucky, up to 40,000 per month. That's the goal. Yeah. Okay. How are you making use of AI in your daily life? That's a great question. Um, I use it to correct my sentence structure, to correct my grammar. I use it to organize my information. For example, I wanted to come up with a travel plan to different, I want to spend 3 weeks on a road trip, driving no more than 4 hours per day. I'm interested in sightseeing, different restaurants, 4 star and above. Can you come up with an itinerary? So I use it for planning, and then I fine tune it and subtract and add and subtract based on that plan, and then feed back into the AI and ask it to fine tune for me. So to me, the tool I can use to do planning. I also may use it to set my strike price and ask for feedback and look for any catalyst of the week, any macro event that could potentially push it up or push it down. But I use it. I just use it for informa- information purpose. I don't use it to make my final decision. I just use it as one of the data point. Yeah. What else I use it for? Uh, yes, for example, if I want to buy something, I don't go to Google anymore. I look up Grok and see if for any given use case, for example, I have a laptop, Lenovo, PC, 16 inches. I want to buy a case that is provide great protection, not too heavy, not too bulky, under $50. Can you recommend the top five? So we list out all top five, then I start looking into it. Yeah, that kind of thing. I use a lot of data analysis and shopping. Yeah. Okay. What else? Other question. Let's see. Interesting. This one. There's no such thing as retirement. If you have to retire to start living, then something wasn't right prior. It makes sense. Yeah, you're right. Um, we should all maximize the time we spend on Earth to do things that we love. Now, that's the goal. But reality is, for money and for to earn a paycheck to live on, a lot of times you cannot just do things that you love. You have to compromise, right? Before you have enough money saved, you have to compromise, do things that you may not 100% love, but you know that the return on investment over time justify you to do it, right? It's a big paycheck. I'm good at it. I may not love doing it. I may not like the meetings, but it pay me well. I know that I can endure a few years of that, make good enough money, save and invest, and then I can gradually do less of that and do more what I love. So to me, transition to financial freedom, it doesn't have to be a black and white. One day you completely 9 to 5 meetings, and then next day you completely empty schedule. You can do it gradually. It can be a soft handoff, uh, meaning you gradually do more things that you love as your portfolio growth and do things you hate less, right? For example, well, if I can work longer hour, make more money, I can get off the hamster wheel. True, but as you become older, you have more money coming from your investment, more money saved. Now you can do less. You can take less overtime, right? You can work less. You can say no more, right? You can say no to the things that you like more. Surprisingly, I find out, especially working in corporate America, it's okay to say no. People don't fire you. People don't scrutinize you because you say no. They do respect your boundary if you know your boundary. Um, Actually, people don't respect when you say yes all the time, right? You say no, they people only care if you can do the job, if you're capable, if you have integrity, if you have talent, if you have if you're honest and transparent. They rather have a person who dedicate 9 to 5 completely, but then when it comes to overtime, like you know what, I don't want to do it. I just want to focus on family, but I doing my 9 to 5, I give it all, right? I think if your boss is a decent one, usually they respect that. My boss are pretty good before we die. Most of them are really respectful. They understand my um, my character, what I think is important, so they respect that. So when I tell them no, I don't want to do certain project, I don't want to handle certain duty, they let me do it, which is fine. Yeah, but you have to build that boundary along the way. Otherwise, if everything is a yes, I don't see any happiness in it. I want to be able to do things I want and not to do things I hate. Yeah. So that's all I have to say about that. Let me say what else. Okay. Interesting. Like Peter Lynch said, no one ever said on the deathbed, I wish I have spent more time in an office. Exactly my point, right? Who the hell want to spend their time in the office or stare at Zoom call, pretending to be serious and looking at the camera and just killing time in front of a camera? I don't like it. Okay, do us a favor and don't drive while you talk. The noise is too loud. Okay, I'm not I'm not driving now. Hopefully the noise is not too loud. Okay. Okay, I was wondering if you keep all your Tesla stock and what do you think about SpaceX? Yeah, I talked about that already. I think there are pros about merging in the future, but near term, it's perfectly fine to stay as a separate company because Tesla, after all, still have a lot of potential to maximize. Um, yeah, okay, yep. So I think I answered most of the questions now. Let me know what you think. Let me know if any other questions. But that's it. Thank you for your time. I'll see you next time. Bye.